Hello everyone, this is not Pedro, and today I'm going to be discussing how MHWilds could overhaul the quest system to fit better in an open world or open area game. I'm aiming to present one way said system could be overhauled to work with a possibly open world MHWilds game. I believe the current system would interfere with a more open world or open area Monster Hunter game, that I'm assuming for the purposes of this video that MHWilds is going to be. The overall I'm presenting works for either a fully open world game or one with a village hub where you travel to multiple very large areas, kind of like Pokemon Legends Arceus. My idea is that essentially the hunter would always have a list of the quests they have accepted at their disposal. The hunter could leave the village to the open world or start an expedition to one of the open areas and complete any number of quests during their time out in the field. The player would still need to return to the village to craft new weapons, accept new quests and more. Ultimately, you are the village's hunter, and therefore its residents, researchers, and even the guild depend on you every day. I want the game to reflect that. So to start the video, I'm going to separate these three quote-unquote quests categories. So in part 1 of the video, we're going to be talking about village requests and the bounty system. In part 2, we're going to be talking about research and investigations. And finally in part 3, about guild assignments and special assignments. At first, this might seem very similar to Monster Hunter World's quest system, but I promise it's different. I'll be explaining what I mean by all this throughout the video, so hang in there and let's get on to the specifics. So let's start with villager requests. The goal is to fulfill a villager's need. These are requests given out by the village's residents. It is essentially a mixture of optional quests from Monster Hunter World and the requests from Monster Hunter Rise. These may vary from hunt or slay one or more monsters, deliver specific items or resources, catch specific endemic life, escort someone, or make sure someone's journey is safe, etc. These are just some examples, and I'm sure more interesting ones could be created. These requests would offer a reward of Zenny, serving as a source of income for the hunter. Another benefit from meeting villager requests is the upgrade of the facilities found throughout the village. By doing requests for certain villagers, the hunter could gain access to more ingredients or dishes at the canteen, gain access to more options at the smithy, get new upgrades to the farm, or expand the village's size and defenses, etc. Also, villagers can randomly get greedy and give you requests to hunt or slay monsters above your current hunter rank, or venture to dangerous areas in search of rare items. These requests would provide extra challenge but also extra zenny if the hunter is courageous enough to complete them. Now let's talk about the village bounty system. In the village we would find the bounty board, where you could look at the current details for the system. The bounty system I'm going to be talking about is not new. It's originally from Monster Hunter 2 DOS, although mine would function ever so slightly different. I imagine Monster Hunter Wilds will have the player spend most of its time out on the field, hunting and exploring, and so it is logical that the hunter is rewarded by the village for each monster hunted for them. Essentially, every monster would have a bounty of Zenny that would fluctuate naturally over time, and at the bounty board you could check its current amount. The hunter would want to hunt monsters when the bounty is high, so the prizes of Zenny would be larger. This would have to be balanced with the game's economy, making sure money is not too common, so that the player has a reason to interact with the bounty system. If a hunter hunted the same monster multiple times, the villager's need of that monster would decrease, and so would the amount of Zenny given in the bounty. At the same time, other bounties would increase. This is to discourage the player from hunting the same monster repeatedly, and encouraging them to hunt whichever monster gives the highest bounty at the time. Now we're going to be talking about the investigation system, where the goal is to provide data for monster research. The village requests and the bounty board were a hunter's primary source of Zenny, then investigations given out by researchers would be their main source of materials and rare items. Investigations would function very differently from how they do in Monster Hunter World. Researchers would ask the hunter for various tasks in these investigations, like track and follow a certain monster, observe certain behaviors, find a monster's nest, map out a specific area, or capture a specific monster, etc. These would be actual investigations, with the goal being to obtain data from scientists' research. By completing these investigations, the hunter would be rewarded with more and rarer monster materials, but almost no Zenny. Researchers would share this knowledge with the hunter, making them more adept at tracking said monster out in the field. Additionally, some village facilities used by researchers could also be upgraded this way. Unlike villagers, researchers could also get greedy by giving you very challenging investigations. Maybe they would ask you to investigate very dangerous areas or monsters, but also reward you with extra materials as compensation. This way, the player has two clear choices of which quests they can complete, based on what they need most. Villagers' requests and hunting out in the field would be a great source of Zenny thanks to the bounty board. Investigations given out by scientists would be an easier way to get more and rarer monster materials and items. This is by far the shortest part of the video. First we have assignments. These would simply be quests given by the guild after you reach a certain part of the game, where the main story beats happen in cutscenes. Essentially the same as they were in Monster Hunter World. These would be the most normal quests, as the guild will reward you with both Zenny and monster materials. Then we have special assignments. Special permits for these assignments would be given out by the guild to select hunters of sufficient rank, to hunt or slay extremely dangerous monsters, like very powerful Elder Dragons, Deviants, Apexes, or even something akin to a Cantor and Ukanlos. So in a simple way, assignments would be story quests, and special assignments would be special quests that the guild lets some hunters take on that contains very dangerous monsters. Well, anyway, this was just a short video of me discussing an idea I had for Monster Hunter Wilds. If you enjoyed your time here, I would greatly appreciate it if you showed your support by liking the video. I'd very much like it if you guys left your opinions down in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with me? Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. It's free after all. And well, that's it for me. Until next time, bye bye.